Hi, welcome to Karen K Reviews. Today I'm giving my thoughts on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to the animated 2018 film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, was released on June 2nd, 2023. It stars Jameek Moore as the voice of Miles Morales, Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, and adds notable actors and actresses such as Issa Rae of Insecure as Spider-Woman, Daniel Kaluuya of Get Out as Spider-Punk, and Oscar Isaac of Moon Knight as Spider-Man Miguel O'Hara. Across the Spider-Verse picks up not just with Miles, but with Gwen of Earth 65 and what she's been up to since leaving Miles behind. She has resigned herself to not getting too close to anyone because every time she does, they leave. She ends up dealing with many family issues and eventually joins the Spider Society. Miles deals with tension over repeatedly lying to his parents about who he really is. He doesn't know whether or not he should reveal himself as Spider-Man to his parents. He also is trying to make his own path. Who is he supposed to be? Does he have to follow what everyone expects or do his own thing? So, first of all, this movie was absolutely amazing. The actors and actresses' voices were great for conveying these characters. Everyone's voice fits their role. Sometimes voices are too distinctly the actor or actress, but I didn't feel like that for this film, and I didn't even realize that Daniel Kaluuya was voicing Spider-Punk until later. So, of course, just like the previous film, this film was incredible and aesthetically. I love the combination of 3D and 2D graphics. This film had 6 animation styles, and they pretty much changed it up every time they went to a different place. I really enjoyed the action in this film because honestly, the animation actually, to me, is a better outlet for action because there's not as much of a limit on what can be done. Also, the different styles of animation add to the feeling of exploring the multiverse, which to me is something that other works that include a multiverse can fall short on. Another thing that stood out to me was Gwen's universe and how the background changed to fit the mood of what was going on. Also, I noticed that Miles looked like he was actually drawn taller. For the most part, the storyline for this movie is solid. I like that some details from the previous film link into this one well, which shows thoughtfulness on the writer's part. I also like that we're seeing Miles still struggle with what it means to be a Spider-Man. It's not just glossing over this. It's also the first time that we're seeing a Spider-Man tackle what are considered tropes specifically to Spider-Man on the big screen, and that's refreshing. I also enjoyed the Easter eggs that were there for fans of other Marvel works. Granted, I felt that they gave a good amount of the Easter eggs away in the trailers, but I was still pleased with what was just left for the movie. One thing though, since I knew going in that this was going to be a cliffhanger, initially it seemed like the movie was being promoted as a part one. I did wonder where the story was going to stop. I was like watching and thinking, okay, they're going to cut here. No. Okay, more. Well, it's got to be here. And I couldn't tell where it was going to end. The score fit the action and storyline perfectly. I like they continued with like an electronic sound for a lot of the action scenes. The soundtrack for the 2018 movie was awesome. So, of course, my expectations for the soundtrack of Across the Spider-Verse were high too, and my expectations were met. The soundtrack was produced by Metro Boomin, who also produced the soundtrack for the 2018 movie as well. There were a lot of the songs in the soundtrack that to me just made me feel like I wanted to just be able to take my phone out right there in the theater and find out what the song was right then and there because they were so great. I think my favorite song out of the soundtrack was Am I Dreaming, which was a part of the end credits. Random, but the end credits with this song kind of reminded me of anime, like how the credits are for My Hero Academia, which is fitting because they're both about superheroes, and the creator of My Hero Academia was inspired by Spider Man. Overall, I expected this film to be great, but it really exceeded my expectations. I will definitely be watching it again in theaters and listening to the soundtrack. What are your opinions on this film? Comment down below. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.